Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is hole numbers 7 through 9 of the Winter Major 2025 Tournament Master Division qualifying round. For hole number 7, we're going to start off with a quarterback and a marlin ball. Stretching out to max extension, we want to have our red ring touching the rough. Then we're going to swap over to APOC 5 Plus with Guardian 9 as our wood club, applying one right spin. And then we're going to swap over to a Kingslayer ball. Our adjustment is P0 max plus 20% elevation. Then we're going to apply max overpower, which will be a slow needle with 2 balls of right curl. We hit perfect. Ball's going to land in the fairway. Our second bounce is going to land in the rough. And then this drive has been very consistent, rolling out between 286 and 288 yards. For our approach shot, we're going to use a Guardian level 9. We're going to use 1.8 topspin with 1 right spin. Our reference check to determine how far we are from the hole is going to be a fringe check where the fringe meets the fairway, which has us at plus 4 yards. And then with spin applied, we're going to position ourselves so the second bounce is on the fringe and our ball guide is running along the outside right edge of the cup. Our adjustment based on our plus 4 check is going to be wind plus 1.1. So my adjustment here is 11.2 rings. We are only pulling once over the bullseye. Then we're going to center the ball. We hit perfect. Ball's going to land in the rough, roll out onto the green, and we're going to drop center cup for the eagle. For hole number 8, we're going to be using a quarterback, level 10, and a Kingslayer ball, but I'm going to start with a Navigator, specifically a side spin 2 ball. So any side spin 2 ball will work. We're going to use a light 4 backspin with 1 left spin, swap over to our Kingslayer ball, and then we're going to set up at the P6 min line, red ring touching the bunker to our left. Make sure you have Sniper or Viper or the like packed as your wood club to make it easier to find the min line. Our adjustment is wind minus 1. So 8.6 rings starting from the white ring. And then the last thing that we're going to do is apply circle break left curl. We hit perfect. Ball's going to land in the fairway, bounce up onto the green, and we're going to come in center cup for the hole in one. For hole number 9, ultimately we're just playing for a safe eagle. There is a possibility for an albatross, but one thing to remember is there is a big drop off the back of the green. So being too aggressive can land you in trouble. But as far as our drive goes, we're going to start with quarterback and a luminary ball. We're going to set up at max stretch with our bullseye at the very edge of the fairway. So if we're moving left and right, you can see where the ball guide gets clipped by the rough. You want to be just left of that point where it's not being clipped by the rough. Swap over to our extra mile level 9 bag and apply max topspin with half a bar of left spin. And then I'm going to adjust with my extra mile using P0 max plus 20% elevation, which is 6.1 rings pulling from the blue ring. You can swap to APOC 7 Plus at this point, or Thor's Hammer level 6 Plus if you like for better accuracy, or you can just stick with extra mile if you feel confident hitting perfect. Circle break overpower, we do hit perfect. And the ball is going to land in the first fairway, bounce over the rough, and run down the middle of the second fairway. And we are going to finish with a drive distance of 402 yards. For our approach shot, we're going to be using a Guardian level 9. First thing I'm going to do is position myself with the top of the white ring touching the fairway, basically just centered in the fairway. Then I'm going to use a hard 2 backspin with 2 right spin to be a little more conservative with this shot. You can use a little bit more backspin. Again, the last thing you want to do is go long on this green and potentially run off the back into the rough. Our adjustment based on our landing position is going to be 1 wind per ring, so 11.5 rings, pulling once over the bullseye. Then we're going to use max overpower, which will be a slow needle with 0.8 balls of right curl. We hit perfect. Ball's going to land in the fairway, bounce up onto the green, and we're going to finish a few squares short and a few squares left, but short putt for eagle. So obviously, like I said, you know, there's a chance for an albatross if you want to be a little more aggressive, but just avoid going off the back of the green at all costs. For further instructions on how to play these holes, make sure you guys click the link below and subscribe to Master Tournament Guides through Golf Clash Tommy. Good luck in your qualifying rounds.